Hello guys, welcome to another video. Please do hit the subscribe button so that you keep on getting this content. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the circle, and I'm going to look at the perimeter and the area of the circle. For any circle, the ratio of circumference over the diameter is equal to what is known as pi, and pi is a value also known as 3.14, and it is an irrational number. If we have a circle such as the one that I've drawn right here, point A to point B, it can be any point across the circle, is known as the diameter, and half of that diameter, as I've shown here from this point to this point, is known as the radius. The formula for finding the circumference of a circle, pi d or 2 pi r, and the area for finding the circle is known as pi r squared. So I'm going to start by giving you a few examples. These are the formulas that we'll be using throughout this video. For each question, we are going to find the perimeter, and part B will be finding the area. Number one, we are given this diagram right here. From this point to this point, that is the diameter. I'm going to start by finding the perimeter, which is the same as finding the circumference. And we know that C is equal to pi d, that is equal to pi multiplied by 10, and we get our answer as 10 pi. We can actually get the actual value in decimal form, and that would give us 31.4 centimeters. And then to find the area, we're going to say pi r squared is equal to the area of the circle. And our radius is always half of our diameter. We have our diameter as 10 centimeters. If we divide it by 2, then we get 5. Hence, our answer would be pi times 5 squared, which is the same as 25 pi. And in decimal form, we get 78.5 square centimeters. That is the area. Number 2, we are given a semicircle. So a semicircle is half of a full circle. So for us to get the circumference, we're going to say half multiplied by pi d. And that would be half times pi times 20. And we get 10 pi, which is the same as 31.4 centimeters. But we are not yet done, because the part that we just calculated was this curved area. We still have this straight line right there. So to find the circumference, we're going to say 31.4 centimeters plus 20 centimeters, and the answer becomes 51.4 centimeters for the circumference. And then for the area, again, we're going to say half pi r squared, and we get half multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius for this diagram is going to be 10 centimeters. So that's 10 squared, which is equal to 50 pi, and that is the same as 157.1 square centimeters, correct to 1 decimal place. Number 3, I'm going to start with shape A, which is a semicircle. Hence, I'll get the circumference as half pi d, and from this I get half multiplied by pi multiplied by d. Our d is going to be 4 times 2, so that would be 8. And from this I get 4 pi as the answer. Then I'll look for the perimeter of the rectangle. I'll just say P rectangle is equal to, it's equal to this side, that's 3 plus 8 plus this 3. Hence, we get 3 plus 8 plus 3. And the answer that we get is 14 centimeters. Hence, the total perimeter is going to be 14 plus 4 pi, and I get 57.98, which is, rounding it off, we get 58 centimeters as our perimeter. Then I'll go ahead and look at the area. So I'll start with the area of shape A, which is half pi r squared. and we get half multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius, which is 4 squared. Multiplying this, I get 8 pi. And then the area of the rectangle is going to be length times width, which is equal to 8 times 3, and we get 24. Now, the total area is going to be 24 plus 8 pi, and we get 49.1 square centimeters is our area for this shape that we have in example number 3. Moving on to example number 4, we are given the diagram below. I'm going to start by finding this length right there, and this length is going to be 9 minus 5, and I get 4 centimeters. So this is the diameter. That means the radius, which is from this point to this point, is going to be 2 centimeters. And already I can divide this shape into shape A and shape B. And that is what I'm going to use to find the circumference and the area. Starting with the circumference of the semicircle, it's going to be half pi d. So I get half multiplied by pi multiplied by d, which is 4, and the answer that we get is 2 pi. And then the perimeter of the rectangle below is going to be 5 plus 3 plus 9 plus 3. Just to show you, it's 5 plus 3 plus 9 plus this 3 right there. And we get 20 is the answer. Hence, the total perimeter of this shape is going to be 20 plus 2 pi, which can be found to be 26.3 centimeters. Moving on to finding the area, going to start with the area of the semicircle. So that's AO, and we get half pi r squared. That's half times pi times the diameter is 4, hence the radius is 2 squared, and we get 2 pi. I move on to finding the area of the rectangle, which is found by saying length times width, and from this I use the 9 as the length and 3 centimeters as the width. So that's 9 times 3, and I get 27. Now the total area is going to be 27 plus 2 pi, and from this we get 33.3 square centimeters. So take note of the units. For the perimeter, it's simply centimeters. For the area, it's square centimeters. So do not forget these units. Now, the last example number 5, we're asked to find the area shaded. So from this, we can see that the radius is 5 centimeters. That means our diameter is going to be 10 centimeters. I'll start by finding the area of the square, and we get it by saying length times width. That means the diameter is my length and it is going to be my width as well, because what we have here is a square and all sides of a square are equal, hence 10 times 10, and we get 100 square centimeters. The area of the circle is found by saying pi r squared. So that's pi, our r is 5, and we're squaring it, we get 25 pi. Now, to find the area shaded, we're going to subtract and say 100 minus 25 pi, and the answer that we get here is 21.5 square centimeters. So that is it, guys. That is how you find the areas of a circle. I'll see you in the next video.